my lovely Sagittarians. This is Debs, and this, of course, is your 2026 overview. I hope you're well, Sag. It is lovely to be with you. Thank you so much for being here. And let's dive in, right? So the deck that I'm using is the Divination Tarot. If you guys feel this resonates and you like a private reading, everything is listed down below. My website link is there. All the decks are listed as well. And the link is there to join the channel if you'd like to become a member. So, Sag, are you ready? Shall we begin? Here we go. Archangel Michael, thank you for joining us. This is the 2026 overview reading for my lovely Sagittarians, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What do we have for Sag, please? Starting off with the month of January. What do we have for Jan for my lovely Saggies? Thank you, Michael. Remember, guys, this may not resonate. There's usually a storyline that comes through that interweaves itself through every single month. Keep that in mind. Maybe your reading may not be. All right, let's have a look at Jan, guys. Ooh, all right. We have the King of Wands. Now, I could be connecting with a masculine, or Sag as a feminine. There may be a King of Wands who is very attracted to you, who is going to take some form of action, okay? We will see. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh, no way. The King and Queen of Wands, two very attractive individuals. These two are closely connected, not only a spiritual connection, but there's an awful lot of chemistry. Both very fiery, both take charge of their lives. This could be you in a partnership, Sag, male or female, or there's a sense that you're with your counterpart, the person that you should be with in January, okay? All right, guys. Oh, my goodness. Seven of Swords. Okay. The Four of Cups. The Ten of Wands. Okay. One of these two cheated on the other. An apology has not been accepted. And with the Ten of Wands, someone here is feeling burdened. Now, we will figure out whether or not we're dealing with a masculine or a feminine. But we have an issue between these two, okay? Someone here is sat having sleepless nights. I'm hearing, what did I do? What did I do? Okay. They're worried that they've sabotaged a relationship. They've sabotaged this connection because of their actions. Now they're feeling left out in the cold because their partner is not accepting an apology. Okay. And we have a King of Cups. Sag, what you been doing? Oh, guys, I've got to be really honest with you. I mean, I could flower this up and lie to you, but I'm not going to do that. We have a Queen of Wands who cheated on her King of Wands. This Queen of Wands cheated on her King of Wands with a King of Cups. This King of Wands has pushed this Queen of Wands out of his life. No, you cheated. I am not accepting an apology, and this Queen of Wands is stressing out. This Queen of Wands is sat in the Nine of Swords, having sleepless nights, realizing they may have sabotaged their relationship. They're worried that this could lead potentially to divorce. And with the King of Cups, it's all due to the fact that this Queen of Wands was attracted to the King of Cups. That is the way I'm reading it. Do forgive me if that doesn't resonate. But that's what I see, because the Seven of Swords is right next to the Queen of Wands, right? Now, we could be saying that the King of Wands had an affair with a third party, and the King of Wands is to blame, but then we have a King of Cups here in the mix somewhere. Let's carry on, guys. We have the devil. All right. We have a toxic situation that has come to light. Capricorn energy, Leo energy. This whole situation has been brought to light. The Magician, Virgo, Scorpio, Gemini. The Ten of Cups. The Star. Okay. Okay, guys. Either we have a situation where everything came out. It could be this Queen of Wands admitted that she fell in love with the King of Cups. This King of Wands might have been devastated. It might also have been a dent to his ego because the King of Wands is a very attractive man. But the whole thing blew up. I think what blew up was the Queen of Wands was actually a bit obsessed with the King of Cups, who could have lived in a different area. Okay, that's how she kept it quiet. I think she's desperately trying to manifest patching up a relationship, mending a relationship, but I don't think the King of Wands is wanting to do that. I don't think the King of Wands is interested in doing that. It's as if, okay, well, you really don't want to be with me? Okay, well, you choose the King of Cups then. Be my guest. His nose has been put out of joint. Again, it could be a little bit of mortification because this is a good-looking guy that this Queen of Wands cheated on. The King of Cups may not know what's going on. He may feel left out in the cold because the Queen of Wands is now stressed out. Do I want to patch up my marriage? Do I want to leave the King of Wands for the King of Cups? It's all blown up, guys. Okay, well, that's how I'm reading it. Let's move into angel messages. Let's see what comes through. Archangel Michael, what's the advice from the angels for my Sagittarians? Okay, yes. I'm taking that as the angels saying to me as the reader, I read this correctly. Now, guys, it may not be for many of you, but life happens. People fall in love with people that they shouldn't fall in love with, right? Remain positive. Okay, Sag. Whoever you are in the mix, you could be the King of Wands, you could be the Queen of Wands. The way I read the energies, I think, were correct for whomever this is. But there's a sense that the angels are saying remain positive in the situation. Now, it could be that this Queen of Wands is deep in regret, desperately trying to manifest back a happy family situation, wanting to mend a family situation. After enlightenment, that she may have become a bit obsessed with the King of Cups. But guys, it normally takes two to tango. It may well be that this King of Wands has been cheating on the Queen of Wands for many years. She had enough and thought, okay, I'm going to have my own fling. She chose the King of Cups, but what she didn't expect was for this to be somehow found out. So let's, from here, guys, move into the month of February. So, guys, here we are. This is February. Wow, that was a little bit of a dramatic start, wasn't it, to the year? But let's see what's going to happen in Feb. What do we have, Archangel Michael, for my lovely Sagittarians? February 2026. 9 of Pentacles. Okay. So someone here is thinking about a pre-empress, or this Queen of Wands may be thinking, I may end up single. I may end up divorced from my King of Wands. Could be that. Here we go, guys. The Four of Swords. This is thinking. This is resting. Taking some time out. Thinking about love. Ace of Cups. Okay. Four of Pentacles, there's a sense of wanting to hang on to stability, but also holding back from communicating, holding back from making a decision. The Empress. The Four of Pentacles. Okay. I think, to be honest, the Queen of Wands is the Empress. This is a woman in a commitment with her King of Wands who had a fling with the King of Cups. I think whoever this woman is in a commitment is simply deciding to hold back from further developing the affair situation with the King of Cups because she's desperately worried about losing her financial stability. It may have been a shock that her King of Wands found out about the King of Cups. So she is holding back from working on the third-party situation with the King of Cups. She's thinking, that's the best thing I can do. Okay, yeah, she is a Queen of Pentacles. She's very stable. She may have lived a good life. She's looking at past mistakes. This can be a little bit of guilt, remorse, regret, right? Because everything came to light. She didn't expect this connection with her King of Cups to be found out about. She didn't expect that. But the truth came out, Ace of Swords. And she is realizing that a specific cycle has come to an end. Potentially an affair situation with the King of Cups, because she wants to hold on to her stability. But she's also worried that her King of Wands may ask for a divorce. Four of Wands. She's thinking about her home. She's thinking about stability. She's thinking that with the Six of Wands, she wanted to feel recognized. She wanted to feel loved. She wanted to feel as if she was still attractive, is what I'm getting here. Maybe her King of Wands was all about his career, didn't pay her any attention. And she felt as if she was becoming, I'm hearing the word invisible. He just didn't see me anymore. And maybe this began to upset her. And it might have been that led her to develop a connection with the King of Cups. She's pulled in two different directions. Her logical mind is saying, I should stay in my commitment. Her heart is saying, I want to be with my King of Cups. We have a Page of Wands and a High Priestess. Okay. There could be a child in the mix. Pages can be children. It might be that a fire sign child found out that their mother had cheated on their father and basically cut communication. I don't want to speak to mum anymore because she cheated on dad, you know, that sort of thing. It may well be that this Queen of Wands, who is the Empress, is thinking of quietly messaging her King of Cups, seeing whether or not she can travel to see him, but she's going to keep that under wraps. Now, the King of Cups could be a Pisces or a Cancerian, but I actually feel the High Priestess is the Queen of Wands Empress's energy. Okay? All right, guys. Let's move into Angel Answers. So, Archangel Michael, what advice do the angels have for my lovely Sagittarians? What advice do the angels have for my Saggies? Thank you, Michael. Meditation brings answers. Really think about your future, what you want, Sag. Okay. I feel as if I'm connecting here with a feminine energy. So this is definitely a reading for the Queen of Wands, who is the Empress, okay? A very attractive woman in a commitment with a King of Wands, but possibly in love with another man. Okay, it's up to you. The angels are saying everyone has free will. They cannot say do this, do that, okay? They can only guide you. I feel as if what they're saying, Sag, is, what does your heart tell you? What does your heart tell you you really want? They're asking you to go within, okay? All right. So my Saggies, let's leave that here. We're moving now to the month of March. So my Saggies, here we go, guys. This is March. Let's dip into the deck, see what's going on. Archangel Michael, what do we have for my lovely Sagittarians, please? This is March 2026. So for my female Saggies that resonate with this, you're going to have to make a decision. It may not be easy, guys. Let's see what comes through. All right. The Seven of Pentacles. Okay, Sag. So you may be looking at past mistakes. I think, Sag, you're trying to lean on your intuition. You're not talking to many people here. You've gone within. You may feel that someone intuited this infidelity and it might have knocked you for 6. It could be another family member. You're trying to make a decision. Page of Wands. You're trying to make a decision about what you want to do. The Sun, Leo energy. Sag, I think you're still quietly communicating with your King of Cups, who may be there feeling a bit left out in the cold, not knowing what's going on. You may have told the King of Cups that your King of Wands, your husband, maybe found out about the affair, and you're just sort of trying to figure out what you want to do. Knight of Cups. 8 of Swords. You're in your head, Sag. Who do you love? Who do you love? You feel left out in the cold from your King of Wands, but you're afraid of financial loss, maybe going through a divorce. You may feel that with the energy of the Fool, you may feel you made a foolish mistake. You risked the stability of a marriage. You may feel, Sag, that if you follow your heart and maybe head towards the King of Cups, you would be on a new adventure. It would be very exciting, but you'd have to accept the loss of a very stable married situation. You're weighing up the pros and cons, guys, I feel here. The Chariot. This guy could be a Cancerian. Temperance. This is your Saggy energy. Oh, Sag. You're so caught up in your emotions. You know, one morning this is you waking up thinking, okay, I'm going to leave. I'm going to leave because I want to be with my King of Cups. It's the best thing to do. I know he loves me. And then the next moment or the next day you get up, you're in your head, you think, no. I should temper my passions because I'm going to end up in the 5 of Pentacles. Sag, this is a quandary for you. This is a dilemma. This is a dilemma. Emperor. Yeah. Should I temper my passions and stay married to my Emperor? Or should I embrace change and head off and be with the King of Cups? You don't know what to do. 9 of Wands. You really don't know what to do. You're saying to yourself, do I love my King of Cups enough to sacrifice my financial stability of being in a long-term commitment? That's actually what you're thinking about. And I know, guys, many of you will say, well, Debs, it's a no-brainer. You choose love. Well, yes, but it's all very well to say that. But when it comes down to your long-term financial stability, that's also important. Everybody has to pay their rent. Utility bills are sky high these days. I mean, you have to think about that, you know? Yeah. So, Saggy, you do not know what to do. You are weighing up the pros and cons, okay? Keeping quiet. You may not be communicating very much with your King of Wands. He may be angry, having become enlightened, that you were interested in this King of Cups, and you're trying to make a decision. So, Archangel Michael, what do the angels have to say to my lovely Sagittarians? This is March 2026. Sag, the angels are saying the situation, your situation will improve. You're going to feel better. You're going to feel better. Okay, somehow. Ask the angels, ask your guardian angel for advice. Go deep within, okay? Previous readings suggested meditation would bring answers. So, Sag, I'm leaving it here. Let's move now to the month of April. Here we go, my lovely Saggies. This is April. Let's see, guys, whether or not you're ready to make a decision. So, Archangel Michael, what do we have for my lovely Sagittarians for April 2026? April 2026 for Sag. Sag, you're torn. You're so torn. Yeah. Let's see what's going on, guys. The Lovers. Okay, Gemini energy. You have a choice, guys. Yeah. Do you cope with an unequal give and take situation? Or do you leave your marriage, maybe go through divorce, to be with your lover? You have a decision to make, Sag. Yeah, you're coming through as the Empress. Okay. Yeah. Ace of Cups. You have the chance, Sag, to be loved. You have a chance of a new beginning. But what you're thinking about is, I'd have to tell my child or children. You may also be feeling as if your King of Wands is watching you like a hawk. Okay. 9 of Wands. You're feeling stressed out, Sag. It may well be that your King of Cups lives at a distance, and what he's saying to you is, Sag, what are you going to do? I love you. Why don't you leave? And you're there giving him a difficult message of truth. Well, hang on. There's a lot for me to consider here. I do love you, says you, Sag, to your King of Cups, but I'd have to tell the kids there'd be financial loss, you know. And I think your King of Cups is chomping at the bit, a little bit fed up, because he may feel that, well, if the husband knows, then surely that would instigate Sag heading for a divorce to be with me. I mean, that's what he'd be thinking. I think this is him waiting for you at a distance, waiting for you to make that decision. You're everything he's ever wanted. 9 of Cups. But he's realised that the truth has come out. Your husband, your King of Wands, has found out the truth. You're in your head, Sag. You're not quite sure what to do. You keep thinking, oh my God, this passionate affair was found out. What you're also thinking about, Sag, is, interestingly, am I just wildly attracted to the King of Cups? Or is it true love? I mean, is this a man that I could leave my husband for? You may be a little bit emotionally confused. Is it just chemistry with this guy, or am I in love with him? I don't really know. You're in your head. I mean, you're still sending each other passionate messages, but not as much as you did before. And there may also be a child here, Sag, who might have found out. And this child of yours may be angry. We keep having pages show up, right? This could be a child of yours who never thought you'd ever cheat on their dad, right? Mummy would always be faithful to daddy, you know, that sort of thing. You're trying to sit in a calm energy, Sag, but this is a tough call for you. Let's move into angel answers. Let's do that. So Archangel Michael, what do we have for Saggy, please, for the month of April? You're just doing a lot of thinking, weighing up the pros and cons, Sag. There's something better. There's something better. Remain positive. Sag, I think that you're probably in an emotionally very confused place in the month of April, trying to figure out what to do, trying to figure out who you love, trying to work out what you want for your future. The angels are saying, don't make any hard and fast decisions in the month of April. There is something that's going to be better for you. Just remain positive, okay? All right, guys. Let's from here move into the month of May. Okay, people, this is the month of May, Sag. Let's see what's going on. Archangel Michael, what do we have for my lovely Sagittarians? That flipped out. For the month of May 2026. Oh, guys, you've got some thinking to do. You've got some thinking to do, Saggy. Okay. I think this King of Cups is waiting for you to make a decision, and you just don't know. Oh, Empress again. Yeah, this is you. I think you're married, Sag. I think you're married to your King of Wands. Okay, you're very worried about financial loss. So you're holding back from your lover. You're also holding back from your husband. And you're thinking about your money. You're thinking about your stability. Okay. I think, Sag, this is you knowing that you betrayed your husband. I'm sorry to say that. He could be a Taurian. This is you thinking, God, you know, I brought a painful ending to my marriage. Ace of Pentacles. Your partner may be wanting legal separation. He may already have moved out of the house when he found out. Four of Wands. Yeah, okay. I think this is you realizing that your marriage has come to an end. I think your partner has possibly moved out and is living separately from you. You may be thinking about your house, your home, the property. If we move into divorce, would we sell the house? Would I be awarded the house? You're thinking about the past. You could be thinking of children. Four of Cups. What I'm hearing is my child or my children will never forgive me. Yeah, you're worried about your children finding out that you juggled their father with someone else. We got 2 little kids here, you feeling guilty. My children are never going to forgive me, right? 7 of Swords. Because I would have cheated on their dad. You're standing at crossroads, Sag. You're trying to figure out what your heart wants. What your heart really wants. Do you want to move through divorce and receive settlement? Do you want to move into a commitment with your King of Cups? You're also thinking about your children, possible child support, or you may be thinking that it's going to affect your kids' inheritance in the future. You may be giving an olive branch to your partner. You may be apologizing to your partner. Yeah, you may be apologizing to your partner. You're thinking about your kids. Okay, guys, this isn't easy for you, Sag. This isn't easy for you guys because this is a major decision. And I don't know, there's always a story underneath the story. You may have dealt with a cheating partner for years on end, Sag. You know, none of his infidelities have ever come to light, but you knew that he wasn't faithful to you. And, you know, you fall in love with someone and before you know it, it's all come out in the open and you can't believe it. But anyway, let's move into angel messages. Let's see what the angels have to say. Archangel Michael, what do we have for my lovely Saggies, please, for the month of May 2026? What's the angel's advice, please? Abundance. I'm hearing abundance comes in many forms. Okay, abundance. Peaceful resolution. Okay. I've got to be honest, Sag, the angels are suggesting, because they would never push you in one direction or the other, everyone has free will, but they are suggesting you think about your future stability, your financial stability in your marriage, because what they're saying is, even though it may not feel like it at this point of time, you and your husband could reconcile. Okay? You two could reconcile. Think about that. If you want to, Sag. So guys, from here, we're moving to the month of June. So, are you ready, Saggy? This is June. Let's see what's going on. Archangel Michael, what do we have for my lovely Sagittarians for the month of June 2026? So, Sag, the angels are suggesting you could achieve reconciliation with your husband if you wanted to go down that route. I think your King of Cups is waiting for you to make a decision. I think he lives at a distance from you. And I think your King of Wands has possibly moved out, left you in the house just to think about things. You guys may be living separately at this point of time. Okay, right. 2 of Swords. Sag, it's as if you don't want to make a decision. Okay. Queen of Wands. All right, Saggy. Are you telling yourself, I cannot give in to my passions again? I cannot give in to my passions again. Okay. The Devil. Wow. Are you realizing, Sag, it was just lust and desire? It wasn't real love with the King of Cups? Okay. We have your King of Wands. All right. Things get a little bit more complicated. Sag, you may be in a toxic relationship with your King of Wands. It may be why you stepped out with the King of Cups. It could be he ignored you. It could be he was all about his career. It could be behind the scenes, Sag, he was cheating on you with other women and you knew it. Five of Pentacles. Sag, you are stuck between a rock and a hard place. You know that this connection with your King of Wands has been toxic. I think a lot went on behind the scenes that you didn't tell other people about. You weren't happy in the marriage for a long time. He may have had unhealthy habits. He may have had addictions, obsessions. And your way of coping with that was to move towards a man because you wanted to feel recognised. You wanted to feel recognised for your value. Maybe your King of Wands didn't value you. He's worried about financial loss. But he's also feeling a bit left out in the cold from you. He's missing you. Okay. Wow. He could have had an issue with drinking, or he could have overindulged himself. And that was the toxicity. He could have been obsessed about his career to the point where he just ignored you. He's saying to you, he's working on overindulgence. He is working on defeating the devil, defeating any obsessions, because he wants this to work. Sag, this may be a very open, honest conversation with your King of Wands that's been a long time coming. He's going to be completely honest with you. He's going to leave the decision in your hands, Sag, as well. Okay, I know I haven't been the best of husbands. I've been married to my career, or I've overindulged, or I know that I've had toxic patterns of behavior you've had to deal with, but I do miss you. I do miss you. I'm willing to work on these addictions, these toxic patterns of behavior, if you would take me back. But if you make a decision, Sag, that you do want to divorce me, I won't stand in your way. I will be fair pertaining to the settlement. He's leaving the decision to you, Sag, but you're up in your head. What if I make the wrong decision? You're up in your head. I need to think about this a little bit longer. The Strength card. Yeah, okay, Sag, you're going to hold back from your lover. You're also going to sit in self-love and think about your future health going forward. I don't know what that means. Yeah, okay. I've got to be honest, Sag, I think at this point, at this stage in the game, you're going to hold back from your King of Cups. You may even completely break off contact with him. This is you sabotaging new love, but you're doing it potentially because you may be coming to the realization that your marriage can be saved, and you may feel that that's what you should do, and that's what you want to do. It might have flagged up to your King of Wands that he needed to take control of any addictions and obsessions. That may have been what drove you towards your King of Cups. He's working on that, or he's telling you he will work on that. But he's also telling you, Sag, I don't blame you if you want to divorce me. I understand, and I would be fair if you decided that's what you wanted. I think, Sag, you might have been quite surprised at his reaction. Yes, he was hurt. Yes, he was upset, but he may have known that he wasn't easy to live with. And I think it touched you somehow, the fact that he's basically said, Sag, I'll do whatever you want to do. Even after you cheated on him, right? Because, I don't know, he could have cheated on you before, or he may have known that he caused a lot of toxicity within the marriage. I think, Sag, you're beginning to realize that you should hold back from new love. And I think this is a decision you're going to make in the month of June. I think you're going to hold back from your King of Cups. Okay, guys, let's move into angel messages. Archangel Michael, what do the angels have to say to my lovely Saggies? Again, Sag, they're saying, we can only guide you. It is up to you. It is up to you. Take action. Okay. Yeah. What they're basically saying, Sag, is, look, everyone has free will. We can only guide you onto the right path, the path that we feel would bring the most peace and happiness to your life in the future. They are suggesting you take action. I think that taking action is potentially to talk things out with your King of Wands, who knows that he's been sat in toxicity because he's missed you. It's flagged up things that he needs to change in his life to make the marriage more healthy with you. And I think the angels are suggesting that you move away from the King of Cups, let that go, concentrate on the health of your marriage and your own physical health, Sag. This may have been very difficult for you to manage emotionally. You may have had a lot of sleepless nights. You may have been full of anxiety. I feel the angels are saying, take a step back, keep communicating with your King of Wands, and at this point, it might be an idea to just sever communication with the King of Cups. Okay, Saggy? So, guys, from here, let's move to the month of July. Okay, Sag, here we go. This is the month of July. Let's see what the cards have to say. So, Archangel Michael, what do we have for my lovely Sagittarians, please? This is July 2026. What do we have for Saggy for July 2026? Okay. Wow. I'm seeing two people sat opposite each other and they're both feeling very emotional. The woman's holding a tissue. The guy's eyes are welling up. Okay. Are you talking to your King of Cups, Sag, or your husband? You may be saying to your husband, it's been an unequal give and take relationship for many, many years. He may be saying to you, I will agree to divorce you if that's what you want. Wow. Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups. Nine of Swords. There was overindulgence in the marriage, I think on both sides. But you're thinking about the Ten of Pentacles. It was very, very stable. And with the Four of Swords, you're thinking about this. Am I ready to throw all that away? Not just the financial stability, Sag, but the memories. I mean, there must have been some good memories with your partner. Page of Wands. Temperance. Okay. Sag, you're tempering sending passionate messages to the King of Cups. He may live at a distance. You may feel that's really got to end. So you're leaning towards ending the affair situation, Sag. You're working on completely ending the affair situation because you're moving into a place of temperance, balance. You're moving into a place of temperance and balance. Ace of Pentacles. Six of Wands. Sag, I think you and your husband may be considering a fresh, clean slate. I mean, a serious life change. You may be thinking about leaving the area. Sag, you may be thinking we need to sort of start all over again. Page of Swords. You're having a serious conversation about uprooting and moving, starting all over again. You're also having a conversation about reputation, ego, wanting to win. You're being honest with each other. There could have been a bit of competition, one-upmanship, a bit of bickering in the marriage. You may be talking about a child or children. With the energy of the Hermit, Virgo energy, you may be discussing what you both actually really want, genuinely want in the future. Yeah, Sag. Ah, okay. Oh, Sag. Knight of Cups. It may have knocked your husband for six, Sag, learning about this King of Cups. He may be asking you, did you really love this man? Or was it just because you were in a toxic relationship with me? Do you still love me? I mean, this is a no-holds-barred, open, honest conversation, nothing left out. It's going to be a bit harsh. It could be very emotional. This conversation could last at least a couple of hours. There may be things that come to light that you've never talked about. It's all going to come out. But I think the energy that's coming through for you, Sag, in July is, I think we should work on the marriage, because you're tempering your passions. I think your husband is admitting that he wasn't easy to live with. You're talking about money. You're talking about children. You may be thinking about moving. You may be talking about what you both want for the future. You may be looking back at past mistakes. But the love is still there, Sag. The love is still there. So let's dip into angel answers. Archangel Michael, what do we have for my lovely Sagittarians, please, for the month of July 2026? If you believe, I'm hearing if you believe in miracles. If you believe in miracles, okay, you may be ready to reconsider leaving your husband. You may be realizing that despite the issues, maybe you felt neglected. Maybe, again, he had issues he had to take control of that were unhealthy. I think what you're realizing is, Sag, this relationship can be mended. And I think that's actually what you're both talking about. So, guys, this is where we leave July. Let's move now to the month of August. So, guys, here we go. This is August. Let's see what comes through for you guys. Archangel Michael, what do we have for my lovely Sagittarians? This is August 2026. August 2026 for Sag. Thank you, Michael. Okay, I can see two people getting out a photograph album, an old-fashioned photograph album. Did you keep a photograph album of memories? Photographs, obviously. It might be something you put together. It could even be a wedding album. I don't know. You may find yourself, both of you, reminiscing in the month of August. It might be this is part of the healing process. Temperance again. Sag, Archangel Michael's all over this. He's all over this. You're tempering, rushing off to be with your King of Cups. You're tempering doing anything impulsive, because the truth is, I think the love is still there between you and your partner. Yes. Yeah. You're holding back, Sag, from relighting the fire with your lover. You're holding back. You're thinking about your finances. Because you become enlightened, Sag, that you can be happy again with your partner. I mean, this might have been the biggest shock of your life. You may have thought, oh, it's totally over. I don't think so. I don't think it's over. Yeah. I think you too are going to heal this. You're both also looking at the fact in the nicest sense, no judgment at all, Saggy, okay? You're both looking at the fact that you may have worn false masks for the longest time, pretended you were in a very happy, successful marriage, when deep down both of you were probably not very happy. You're also becoming completely vulnerable with each other. You're opening up. There's no ego. There's no control issues anymore. If there were before, they're blown out the water. You're getting to the core of who you are as individuals again. And you may have changed over the last few years, of course, of course. I think, Saggy, this is you apologizing to your partner. I just wanted to be successful. I wanted to win. I wanted to feel loved and cherished because you were sat in unhealthy patterns of behavior. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is you apologizing, Sag. Yeah. You may even say to your partner, Sag, that you felt that the marriage had totally emotionally ended. I was looking at things really negatively. You're both realizing, Sag, that you're ready for a new cycle. Simply that. Yeah, wow, the world. You're both ready for a new cycle. Yeah, you're also closing out a cycle, Sag, of holding back from each other. Maybe you hadn't been intimate for a long time. Right? You're working in partnership. But you're also still holding back from the King of Cups, Sag. The Moon, you're a bit nervous about the future. But I think with the energy of the Emperor, your partner's taking charge of his life, dealing with any obsessions, any addictions, any negative patterns of behavior. He's stepping up, he's acting with integrity. And I think, Sag, you're going to give this a shot. So I think, Sag, in August, you're both working on mending this relationship. Now, Sag, you may both decide to go away for a few days break. It could be a healing break for both of you as well. And whilst you're on this holiday, you may start to talk about patching things up. How are we really going to do this? You could be talking about money. You could be talking about moving. You could, Sag, both of you be talking about how this started to disintegrate, you know? And this isn't you sort of wanting to blame each other. This is simply both of you being open and honest about things that didn't work in the marriage, things that did work, what you'd want to change going forward, all that type of thing. This is beautiful, Saggy. This, for me, feels as if you two are really working on your marriage, guys. Okay? Yeah. So let's from here move into angel answers. Archangel Michael, what do the angels have to say to my lovely Sagittarians for the month of August? Opportunity. I'm hearing an opportunity for reconciliation. You may also be looking at an opportunity, Sag, for a fresh, clean slate. You may be thinking of moving. The sun is travel, global travel, maybe. You're holding on to money. You're realizing this can be healed. You're closing out a cycle, but the world can also be travel again. You may be talking to an estate agent here, Sag, feeling as if big change is needed. And even though both of you are a little bit fearful of the future, you don't really know what's going to happen in the future, I think your husband's on board. He's coming through as the Emperor. He's really stepped up. He stepped up, moving from the King of Wands into the Emperor, okay? What else are the angels saying to my Saggies? Yeah. I think at this point, Sag, you're both probably so relieved that you're going to be working on this that you're both ready to compromise. I mean, maybe there were issues in the marriage relating to control. Maybe, Sag, you were stubborn about some things, your husband was stubborn about other things, and before you knew it, you drifted further and further apart. This is both of you ready to compromise to bring this back together again. This is gorgeous, Saggy. Yeah. Okay, people, we're moving into September. So here we go, Sag. This is September. Let's see what you guys are going to be doing. Archangel Michael, what do we have for my Saggies, please, who resonate with this? This is the month of September for Sag. Thank you, Michael. September for Sag. How weird. I'm seeing two people standing in the middle of an empty room, and they're laughing and they're joking with each other. She's saying, oh, I really think blue. And he's saying, absolutely not. No, I think we should just go neutral. And they're both looking at each other sideways and they're giggling. You could be picking out paint colours for a wall in a new house. And you're looking sidelong at each other as if to say, yeah, okay, I'm very happy to compromise. What do you think? Your partner saying, what do you think? Saggy, this feels lovely. This feels new. It feels fresh. Both of you have learned so much because of this. Remember, Sag, everything happens for a reason, particularly the negative stuff, because we have to learn life's lessons. The Strength card. You're still concentrating on your health. You're also holding back from your King of Cups still. I wonder what happened to him. Okay, yeah. You're holding back from walking away from your marriage. I think also your husband's walked away from unhealthy patterns of behaviour as well, walked away from overindulgence. Yeah, following a very straight conversation. Okay. Yeah. You're both realising you nearly sabotaged this, and you're both consciously thinking about that serious conversation back in August, right? It's heavily on both of your minds, guys. Wheel of Destiny. You're moving in a brand new direction. Page of Pentacles. You may be thinking about your kids, thinking about your kids' money. You could be, both thinking about this from a beginner's mind perspective. Let's just do things completely differently. Yes, guys. Yes. Four of Wands. Four of Wands. Are you looking for a new property, Sag? Yeah. I think you're trying to make a decision about a property. Yeah, I think you're trying to make a decision about a property, Sag. Yeah, because at this point, you guys have definitely decided to work on the marriage. 10 of Pentacles. You've definitely decided to work on the marriage, Sag. Beautiful. Beautiful, guys. Oh, my goodness. And Archangel Michael, again, is all over this. Yeah. You're in a calm place. You're thinking about your stability. And guys, I think you're getting quite excited about this change. You're getting quite excited about this change. Ace of Pentacles. Uprooting and moving. And you are reaffirming your marriage, Sag. The Hierophant. Oh, my goodness, people. And you're moving to calmer waters. Look at that. You may be actually moving location. Goodness me. So, Sag, September is going to be a wonderful month. You're holding back from walking away. Your husband is holding back from any forms of overindulgence after a really straight conversation. Okay, both of you realizing you nearly sabotaged your marriage. You're both moving forward into a beautiful new cycle. There's going to be a fortunate turn of events. It could be you find the perfect property, Sag, and you decide to make an offer. Four of Wands, Page of Pentacles. You're deliberating about this because it may be quite expensive, the property. But at this point, Sag, you're realizing that you're not going anywhere. You're working on your marriage. So your finances are stable. You're both moving into a temperate place. You're thinking about uprooting, okay, and moving. And you're building faith back in your marriage, moving to calmer waters. This is absolutely beautiful, guys. So, as always, let's move into angel answers. Archangel Michael, what do we have for my lovely Sagittarians from the angels? Yes. You both may walk into a property and say, yes, this is the one. Yes, this is wonderful. Okay, guys, I think you're going to be saying yes to a property. Yeah, and they're going to be helpful people around you as well. So, Sag, I don't know, could be bank manager, mortgage lender, best mates. It could be estate agents that are trying to help you find the perfect place. And I feel, Sag, that if maybe close members of your family realize that you two were on the rocks, it's going to be amazing how much support you guys get from people around you, you know, wanting to do anything they can to help. So glad that you're working things out, you know, that sort of thing. Beautiful, guys. So from here, we're moving to the month of October. So, Sag, here we go. This is October. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what the cards have to say, right? So, Archangel Michael, what do we have for the month of October for my lovely Sagittarians? What do we have for October for my Saggies? Thank you. Okay, I can see two people opening up a door of a room and gasping. Oh, it's so light. Okay, you could be moving somewhere really bright and light. Could have a lovely view. All right. Wow, guys. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're moving. Ace of Pentacles. You're moving, Sag. Wow, guys. You may have had a lot of options to look at. Now, I also feel, guys, that if you went on holiday and you decided to patch up your marriage, This is your King of Wands, who is now the Emperor, who stepped up. He's moving back into the family home. You two are perusing properties that you really like. I do think, though, that you've already put a deposit down on a property. We'll see. Yeah, the Sun. Oh my goodness. Saggy, this is going to make you incredibly happy. This is growth, expansion, renewal. You could be toasting, finding the right place. It could be in a warmer climate for some of you. For others of you, you may be thinking your kids are going to be really happy. Okay, that's for someone. That's for someone. All right, the Star. This is healing. This is healing, Sag, and a wish come true. Temperance, again. The angels are all over this. The Moon. All right, you're both still sat in a bit of fear. Oh my God, we've got to do a move. But you've got, I think, an estate agent on board. The King of Pentacles can be a bank manager, can be somebody in a commitment. But I think in this situation, given the fact that we've got moving, I think you're talking to a realtor. I think you're talking to someone about a property. Yeah. But this is also you two thinking very carefully about your future stability as a couple. King and Queen of Pentacles. Lovely guys. Lovely guys. Oh, and you're balancing out a situation. You may be ready to sign on the dotted line. This, I think, is for a new property. Yes, guys. Wow. Ace of Swords. Okay, this is you finding the right place. This is you deciding, well, are we going to go for it? Let's go for it. It's a bit of a risk, but we both feel it's right. We both feel it would work for us. You're on a new journey. You're standing at crossroads. Oh my goodness, are we really doing this? 8 of Wands. I think this is you talking to a couple of friends of yours about the fact that you're just about to move. Yeah, you're just about to move. Chariot, fantastic. Oh, Sag. This is really beautiful. This is both of you feeling really optimistic. You're very excited at this point of time. This is going to be a brand new start. You're putting the past behind you and you're looking at properties. But I think here, even though you're not completely sure that you're ready to actually move, you've got an estate agent, a realtor on board. You're both thinking about your future stability. And I think you're signing on the dotted line. I think you guys are going to be on a brand new journey. You're just about to move, communicating to people that you're heading off in another direction. Both of you. Yeah. A brand new cycle. Let's get into angel answers. Here we go. Archangel Michael, what do the angels have to say to my lovely Saggies? Sag, no need to worry. You could be thinking, oh my God, we've got to pack up the house. We've got to clear all the stuff from the loft space and the garage, right? Yeah, but this is really lovely, people. This is really lovely. And it may well be that this move is also going to help improve your health. I don't know. You could be moving from a city out to the countryside. You could be moving closer to the sea for that fresh sea air. Whatever you're doing here, Sag, you're concentrating on your finances. You are preparing for a big move. The angels are saying, don't worry, it's all going to go smoothly. And you're both realizing that it's going to be better somehow for your health. Okay? And this is you telling friends, neighbors that you're moving. So guys, a lovely reading for you for October. Let's move now to the month of November. All right, people, this is November. Now, guys, obviously moving from one place to another takes a long time. You could be deciding to put your house on the market. You could be moving into a rental, you know, whilst the sale process goes through, but you're definitely moving. So, Archangel Michael, what do we have for my lovely Saggies for the month of November? For the month of November, what do we have for Sag? Thank you, Michael. I don't know why I'm hearing a conversation. One of you saying, I don't think I like that. And the other person saying, well, we could always change it. You're definitely looking at, I don't know, renovation, redecoration. Interesting. Two of Swords. Okay. All right. What are you Two of Swords in, Sag? Don't make me nervous. Oh, yeah. Okay. You're saying no to an ending. You're saying no to an ending. Okay. You're basically reaffirming that you're going to make your marriage work. If there was also a question mark as to whether or not you should move much further afield, maybe into a different county or a different state, you're both agreeing you're probably not ready for that. Okay. Yeah. But you're back in the Ten of Cups. Oh my goodness. You're back in the Ten of Cups, guys. Yeah. And you're moving. Yeah. Ace of Pentacles. You're both feeling a bit weary. It could be you're realizing the enormity of this move. But of course, that's natural, right? Moving house is one of the most stressful things in the world. Okay. Knight of Cups. Wow. Four of Wands. Guys, I think this is you knowing that you found your perfect place. There's also a sense here, guys, that for some of you, you may renew your vows. You may. Yeah, you may renew your vows. We have the Hierophant and the Four of Wands. And this is I love you. Oh. Sag, this is really lovely. And we've got the Sun. Gosh. The most positive card of the deck. Enlightenment. That you guys are back on track. You're both in agreement that this is the right thing to do. And you're looking forwards further into the future. And I think at this point, Sag, you're realizing that you're rebuilding your future, you know? King of Pentacles, this is your guy. Or this could be the realtor. Enlightenment, that everything's going smoothly with the house sale. We have the Page of Cups. You may be talking to your kids about this. We found the perfect place. We want you to see this property that we found, right? Yeah. Wheel of Fortune. There's going to be a fortunate turn of events. Wow. You may be able to move sooner than you thought. There may be an offer on your house very quickly. Could even be a cash buyer. Yes. And there could be drinks all round. Celebration. Wow. So this may happen sooner than you think, Sag. You may receive a great offer on your property. Or if you've been renting, your landlord may allow you to end the lease early. You could be finding people to take over your rental, and he may agree to you leaving early if you're moving from a rental to an actual property, something like that, something that you own. But this is great news, guys. There's celebration because, again, you're moving forward. Okay, so Archangel Michael, what do the angels have to say to my lovely Saggies? November. Yeah, you're choosing a new direction. This is you packing up, traveling. This is you packing up, getting prepared for the big move. Yeah. Yeah. And you're letting go of the past is what I'm hearing. You're also letting go of memories of the old house, the old environment. Maybe you had memories of arguments in the house, you know. This for you is a fresh, clean slate. Beautiful, guys. So from here, let's move to the final month of the year, December. So guys, here we go. We've got to the end of the year. You guys are back together again. You've given your King of Cups a difficult message of truth that the affair is over, and you guys are planning on a big move. So, Archangel Michael, what do we have for December for Sag? What do we have for the end of the year? Thank you, Michael. I'm seeing two people trying to shift a massive piece of furniture through a door, and they're both laughing, and they're saying it's going to have to stay in the house. There's no way we can get it out of the house. Somebody's saying, well, we could take the door off the hinges. Okay, you may be looking at how you're actually going to do the move. I don't think you'll be moving at Christmas time, but anyway, you may be contemplating where pieces of furniture will go. Something like that, maybe. I don't know, you could be moving somewhere that's fully furnished. They sold it with all the furniture in there, and you're thinking, I hate that piece of furniture. We want to get it out of the house. Okay, guys. So, yes, it's been a long time coming. This is you organising the mortgage, okay? This is financial, this is money. Your guy's on the case, Emperor. Okay, beautiful. The Sun, wow, people. You're both very happy here, guys. Temperance again. Gosh, that card's come out in almost every spread for you guys. Page of Swords. Yeah, there's going to be a difficult message of truth that you might have to get on with things. Because Temperance is you very happy, very relaxed, great, it's all going well, we got a little bit of time. And then difficult message of truth. Actually, we don't have that much time, we got to get on with it. I think that's what this is. It could be you realise you can move in earlier. It could be the people that want to buy your house want to move in quickly. I'm getting a bit of an urgent energy here. Yeah, you're speaking to the realtor here. This is anyone to do with the land, property management, right? Yeah. You got to go, guys. You got to get moving here. Goodness. Yeah, we want to get everything signed. People want to move in. You may have to move early, and you didn't expect that. You didn't expect to have to shift everything so fast. Yeah, I mean, this is a wish come true, but it may throw you because you may have thought, oh, we got loads of time. We're probably going to be able to move in the spring. No, new people may want to move into your house in January, and your new house may be available for you to move into, you know, sooner than you thought. It's all going to gather pace, Sag. Yeah, your ships are coming in. But what you're realizing is change is here already. Yep, Ace of Swords. You've got to get a move on. I mean, this is the truth, though. I mean, your ships are coming in, guys. This is you sort of rushing around, getting organised because the call's coming in. Okay, people that want to buy your house want to move in next month. And I think the realtor's saying, you know, you could actually move to the new house before the spring. So the truth is, you've got to get a move on. Yeah, you've got to get a move on. If you've applied for a mortgage, you're going to receive it sooner than you thought. If you're selling a house, they may be a cash buyer. Yeah, you're going to be sat on the Ten of Pentacles. So this could be somebody who desperately wants your house, who may be very happy to give you the asking price. It may also be that you're realizing that you've got an amazing property that you're moving into. It may need a little bit of refurb, a little bit of renovation, but you could be sitting on a gold mine. And I think, Sag, it's kind of fast movement forward, to be honest. Yeah, fast movement forward, 8 of Wands. Wow, people. Wow, Sag. So, if you guys thought that you would have a nice, calm Christmas, oh, we don't need to worry about moving until February, March, April time. Yeah, no. You may be in for a bit of a shock, but it's going to be very good news. But you're going to find yourself very busy, guys, okay? So be prepared. But this is a beautiful ending of what has been a bit of a challenging few months for you, whoever I'm connecting with. But this is victory and success. You two are back together again, rock solid. You're talking about your future. You're getting very excited about this move. This is you rebuilding a new life. Yeah, and it's been a long time coming. So Sag, really good news for you. Let's move into angel answers. Alrighty, what do we have, Archangel Michael, for my lovely Sagittarians? Success. Victory and success. Yes. So you would have got your house sold. You would have found a buyer. Or maybe if you're renting even, your landlord would have let you off a lease early. This is success, guys. This is success, people. Look for a sign. Yeah, so don't sit back on your laurels thinking, we got months to go yet. No, you may need to even start packing up as soon as you've put down the deposit for the property, because it may well be that everything starts moving very, very fast. Just be aware of that, guys. Okay? But all good. Beautiful. So we're moving to the final spread of the reading. Let's move to the universe deck. And also, I'm going to be asking Archangel Michael for his messages to you. Okay? I'll see you there. So people, this is the Fortune Oracle, Sharina Star. This is basically messages from the universe for you guys. So Archangel Michael, what does the universe want to say to my lovely Saggies who resonate with this? Messages from the universe for Sag. I'm hearing the words mixed bag. Okay. Archangel Michael may be saying, well, they're going to be a mixed bag of messages because Saggy went through a tough time, right, before. I don't know. Let's just see. The Fool. This is about starting a new adventure. Have the courage to embrace change, take risks, and be adventurous. Well, change is definitely on the horizon for you guys. The Phoenix, how lovely. Be prepared to be renewed after a period of crisis. Yeah, you guys are going to be rising from the ashes. This is a renewal of your relationship and you rebuilding your life. The Sun, goodness me. Open your heart to the enormous growth ahead. We have a 3. This is change. 0 is the God Force number. I think the divine is helping you guys shift your life in a new direction, a brand new start, clean new slate. And I don't think you're ever going to look back, Sag. This might be the best thing you realize that you ever did. So Sag, finally, the Archangel Michael Oracle deck. Here we go. Archangel Michael, what final messages do you have for my lovely Sagittarians? Ooh. Okay, one shot out the deck. Focus on divine and perfect health. Yes. So the prayer reads, God and Archangel Michael, thank you for continuously reminding me to focus upon perfect health and for guiding my actions so they fully support my well-being. I somehow feel, Sag, that this move is going to help improve your health if you've had any health issues or if you've just been feeling a bit stressed. This is going to be wonderful for you. This is going to be wonderful for you. Okay, and final message, please. Sense of humor. Sense of humor. So, The prayer reads, "Thank you for helping me see the humour in this situation so I can lovingly laugh at human nature. I'm now willing to view my experience in a new light in order to attract love and healing energy." Laugh it off, guys. Laugh it off, you know, because you two are back together at this point of time. And you two may even, I don't know, have a chuckle about what happened much later on in life. So guys, a lovely ending to what has been a bit of an up and down reading, but you two are back together again, which is wonderful. I hope you've enjoyed this. Let me also know if this resonated with you. I'd love to hear from you. Take care of you guys, and I will be back before you know it with your next set of readings. See you soon, Sag. Bye now.